introduce their name.
The recording has started. Please note that your storage is almost full. Please log in and delete recordings or purchase more storage from your account.
Mataji, are you going to delete the files?
Yeah, I'll take care of that. You can continue, Dr. Dasi.
Okay. Hare Krishna. I welcome everybody to Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. Today we are very fortunate to have Her Grace Padmasakhi Mataji to enlighten us on special topic Glories of Srimati Sita Devi. Sita Devi. Before handing the call to her, I just wanted to give a small introduction about Mataji. Padmasakhi Mataji came to Krishna consciousness after she got married to Prabhuji Naina Abhiram Das Prabhuji in the year 2010. Naina Abhiram Das Prabhuji was in Krishna consciousness and he was a disciple of His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj. Mataji got initiated in 2010. Prabhuji was doing so many services. He was doing preaching in the University of Cincinnati. Mataji, we all know Mataji. She is very famous about her rhymes. She was giving very beautiful rhymes to Bhakti Sangha Kids Academy. And Mataji and Prabhuji are blessed with two kids, Jagannath and Dina Krishna. They both are very nicely growing in Krishna consciousness. They both are also the students of our Bhakti Sangha Kids Academy. They were Jagannath was giving two presentations in our Kids Academy. One was the topic Bhishma Pitamaha and the other one was Glories of Haridas Thakur. Mataji and Prabhuji are growing them both in very, very nicely in Krishna consciousness. Today we are very, very fortunate to have Padmasakhi Mataji, who is always enthusiastic to serve in Krishna consciousness, even though having so many health issues. It is said that the body is not, important. The soul is working always like that. Mataji, I could always remember when I talk about you. Very, very fortunate to have a session of you, Mataji. Whenever I get associated with you, I get more courage to do more services. Before doing much more delay, I just wanted to hand over the call. Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. Please take over the call, Mataji, Padmasakhi Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, thank you so much. Thank you all for joining. You are very kind. You joined to encourage me. This is my first time. I'm a bit tensed, but I seek all of your blessings very sincerely, so that for the next few minutes I can talk the right things and please all of you all. So I'll start. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Srimati Radhanath Swami Namini Namaste Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Namini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Vishesha Sriyadi Pasyatya Deshakarini Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratri Se Namne Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Vancha Kalpa Taripyasya Kripa Sindhutya Eva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Okay. So, to begin with, I would like to quote a sloka in Bhagavad Gita where Krishna says, Janma karma cha me divyam evam yoveti tattataha yatva deha punarjanmam naitima nitiso Arjuna. So Krishna is saying to Arjuna that if we understand his transcendental appearance and his transcendental activities, there is no need for us to take birth again. So he's saying his transcendental appearance. He's not saying just appearance. So it is very important to understand it that way, and if we try to understand with our mind and the mental speculation, it's very difficult to understand him. So we should always go through a bona fide process to understand his activities, his birth. So, whenever Krishna is appearing, Krishna always appears with all his paraphernalia. He just comes with all his devotees, with all his eternal concerts, his energies. He doesn't come alone. And when we worship him also, we don't worship him with just Krishna alone. When we say also, we always say Lakshmi Narasimha, Radha Krishna, Sita Rama. So the energy is always with him. And the greatest of all his energies, as we all know, is his pleasure potency, Srimati Radharani. So when Krishna expands, like when Krishna incarnates himself in various avatars, she also follows him. In Ram Avatar, when he came as Lord Sri Ram, she came as Mother Sita Devi. And Prabhupada many at times have quoted saying that if we have to approach Krishna, we cannot approach him directly. We have to go through the Mother Sita Ram, Radharani. In general, also, if we see on a daily basis, like I see my kids, if they need anything from their father, they come to me and ask, like, can you tell Nana to buy a toy for me? Can you ask Nana to get this for me? So, because generally mothers go by love and fathers go by law, that's the reason that's a very good way to approach. Now, even till date, I ask my mom if I need anything from my dad. So, that is the process. So, today is a very auspicious day that we can glorify Mother Sita. We can talk for some time about her and see what all characteristics she has and what we can learn from that. And whenever we discuss Lord's pastimes, there are various aspects that we have to look at it. One is the entertainment part, and there's a deep knowledge in all these pastimes. So if we just look at it in an entertainment point of view, there's nothing we are learning from it. But just along with the entertainment, if we also consider the deep knowledge, then we can apply it in our lives and we'll get a lot of strength to deal with various situations in our life. So coming to Ramayana, Mother Sita plays a very major role. If you see all the Ramayana in all the khandas, in Balkanda, we talk about Mother Sita getting married to Ram. Then Ayodhya Kanda, how she joins in exile. And in Aranya Kanda, how she got abducted. And in Kishkinda Kanda, her search. And Sundara Kanda, her departure. So she plays a very, very major role. That's why the Acharya sometimes says the other name of Ramayana is Sitaya Charitam, the story of Mother Sita. So the birth of Mother Sita itself was a very big glory because it was not an ordinary birth like in general, like all of ours. She didn't take birth from any mother's womb. She didn't have the gestation period of 9 months. Or she was not born from any mother's womb. Her father was King Janaka, and one day when he was planning to do a yagya, as a part of that yagya sacrifice, he had to till the land. Then while tilling, wherever the plow gets stuck, he gives charity to Brahmanas. So that's how they were doing tilling. It gets stuck and then he was giving charity. But at one point, it got stuck so much that it was not coming up. Then they had to dig it. When they dug it, they saw a very golden casket with a beautiful baby girl in there. And then Janak Maharaj took her home and raised her as his own daughter, and he raised her as very nice princess because when she was found when they were digging it with plow, she was given a name Sita. Sita means the one who is born from the tip of a plow. Then she had various names because she's from Vaidehipur, she's called as Vaidehi. She's from the kingdom of Mithila, she's called Maithili. Because she came from Bhumi, she's called as Bhumi Sutta. And she's a Ayonija. She didn't come from the womb of mother. And then she was growing very nicely. Janak Maharaj was taking care. She was growing as a good princess. Very beautiful, very charming. And one day when Mother Sita was playing with her friends, a very strange thing happened. So King Janak had a bow, which was Shiva's bow, And in general, it's just they have to push the bow, they need 5,000 people just to push it, not to lift it. Then when Mother Sita, one day while she was playing with her friends, the ball went into the room where the Shiva's bow was placed, and then she went, she lifted the bow because it was underneath. She lifted bow so effortlessly. There was no effort. She just lifted the bow and she caught the ball and then she placed it down. The soldiers observed this and then they were so shocked and they were surprised. They just ran to Dashrath Maharaj and then they explained what all has happened and he was so bewildered. Then that day Dashrath Maharaj made up his mind that if at all, like he made up a mind what kind of husband he has to find for Mother Sita, and the condition he put for the princess who want the prince who has to marry Mother Sita should at least be able to lift the bow. In general, like when we see like our fathers getting us married, they assess all our qualifications, like what is our likes and our dislikes, and then they see if that's a perfect match because they want a very happy, peaceful married life for the child, for the daughter. So even Janak Maharaj put this condition. Then because of Sita's beauty, many prince came, they tried, none of them were not able to do it. Then kind of they were commenting saying, oh, Janak Maharaj made a wrong decision. Sita will never get married. Nobody will be able to lift the bow. So they were passing these kind of statements and Janak Maharaj was kind of worried. Then as we know now in Ayodhya, Vishwamitra Muni once goes to Dashrath Maharaj asking for Lakshman and Ram. We know the reason he takes was to kill the demons who were disturbing the sage's sacrifice. But there's other reason why Vishwamitra goes. He goes because he wanted Ram to get married to Sita. That's the other reason why he even goes, but he didn't show it. He was behaving very casually, not expressing that to anyone. But because he is Vishwamitra means friend of the universe. So he wanted Ram and Sita to get married because he wants to do the best thing to entire universe. Then when he takes Lord Ram to Janak Maharaj's palace, then Ram takes permission from Vishwamitra. Can I see the bow? Then Vishwamitra says yes. Then Ram again asks, can I touch the bow? Then he says yes. Then Ram again, he asks, can I lift the bow? See, at every step, the way Lord Sri Ram is taking the permission from his Guru is something which is very wonderful. We also have to learn that the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself, when he's playing the role of a human, he is trying to teach us that we have to follow our Guru. We have to take his permission. So then finally when he lifts the bow, he just lifts so effortlessly. He not only lifting the bow, he strings it. Just like an elephant takes a lotus flower so easily from the lake. He just lifts it and then Janak Maharaj feels so happy. Then he'll say, okay, now he did that, so he'll talk to Vishwamitra saying like, now I can marry Sita to him. But Ram says, I don't know about this marriage. I just came with my Guru. I can't marry her unless and until I ask my father. Then Janak Maharaj is like, oh, after so many days, there's this person coming and breaking the bow. And now the bow is also broken. So he's like, oh, now Ram is saying he can't marry. Then Vishwamitra tries to say, he didn't say he will not marry her, but he said he needs the permission of his father. So just go send messengers to Dashrath Maharaj. And he said, and meanwhile, what happened? Sita, she's actually very clear at thinking. She's very intelligent. She observes Ram and then she understands his qualities. She thinks Ram is she likes the self-control in Ram. She understands that it's very self-controlled because there were so many wars which happened to take the hand of Mother Sita. Many princes seeing her beauty, they were so much wanting to marry her. But here Ram says he wanted to take permission from his dad and then only marry. So she observes that and she observed his honesty. So she was also very happy to marry Lord Ramachandra. Then we all know how Dashrath Maharaj sends his willingness and they get married. And during this marriage, there's one funny thing. There's one weird thing happens. Like these days, if you see the weddings, people spend like lots of money. It happens like in a very lavish way. They do it for 4 days, 5 days. They're doing sangeet, they're doing mehendi, everything they're doing. They're spending so much. They actually don't know the purpose of marriage. But now when Ram and Sita were getting married, when Mother Sita had to put a garland on Ramchandra, then they were, as I said, in the regular weddings also we see where they don't let the girl put a garland, they'll be pulling, they'll be lifting the guy. So they do all these kind of things. So similarly, they were doing the same, and Ram was very tall. Like she's not able to put the garland. Then here we consider Sita as Bhakti, devotion, and then Lord Ram as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Bhakti has to reach Lord Ram, Supreme Personality of Godhead. So who will come now to help? So Lakshman comes. How does he come? He comes and he bends, to take blessings of Lord Shri Ram. Then to bless him, he just bends. Then Mother Sita puts the garland. So it is said that we can reach Krishna only through Guru. When Guru comes in between, that is when we can reach Krishna. So after they get married, then Mother Sita and Ram goes to Ayodhya, and we all know what Dashrath one day decides that he has to coronate Lord Ram, and Kaikeyi is putting demands, all that story. So when Sumatra comes to take Lord Ram, he just brings the message saying that your parents are waiting for you. Then just then he just puts a garland on Mother Sita's neck, and Sita weaves imaginary garland around him. The Acharyas explain the reason is, in general, these days there's a lot of communication which is happening. There are a lot of ways how we can communicate. The wife, the husband, the family, we have WhatsApp, we have many other things. I myself don't know how many things we have, but very easy, and there's over communication which is bringing a lot of problems. But here Ram and Sita communicate without even talking. There's a lot of deep connection, when we have deep connection, they just talk to eyes. So that with that connection, this garland when they put garlands, it is said that Ram indirectly was telling to Mother Sita that I'm going now. Once I come back, maybe I will not have anything other to offer to you other than the flowers. And then Sita puts the imaginary garland around him, showing her willingness to whatever happens. So then Lord Ram goes. He will come to know what his father wanted him to do. Then he'll come back. When he comes back, he will be like very much in anxiety. What should I tell to Mother Sita? How will she take it? Will she feel bad? So all those things, all those thoughts are going in his mind. Then he goes with Lakshman. Lakshman will be waiting outside, and the ideal wife actually, without even the husband says, understands that there's something happening. There's no need for her to for him to tell. So similarly, Mother Sita was so loyal, very chaste, that she understands the mood of Lord Ram. She sees him and she immediately understands that there's something happened, and then she just asks. Then Lord Ram comes and he'll be telling her, see, from today onwards, you take care of my parents as your parents. Take care of Bharat, consider him as your brother, and consider Shatrughna as your own son. Then she tells, that is all okay, but why are you telling? He's talking like she's feeling he's talking out of the context. Then what happens? He will explain what all has happened. Then he will say, you stay back and take care of the family. But immediately Mother Sita says, no, I don't want to stay. Wherever you are, I want to follow you. Then she actually reminds him of what his father, Janak Maharaj, had said while she was getting married to Lord Sri Ram. And Ram tries to explain in various ways how dangerous the forest life is and how uncomfortable, and he will be telling like it's very difficult, there are no facilities, you have to walk on pebbles, there are thorns, there are animals. But then Mother Sita then reminds him saying, my father said I will be your Sahadharma Charini. In fact, when she was getting married, Dashrath Maharaj explains to Lord Ramachandra that that she'll be your Sahadharma Charini. Means when you're following Dharma, she will follow you. And when you are deviating from Dharma, she will correct you, she will remind you. And he will also tell she will be your shadow from today. Why he said shadow? Because if we observe now when we walk in hot sun, when the sun is raising, when we walk, the shadow is behind us. And when the sun sets, the shadow is ahead of us. So Janak Maharaj meant that when you are racing, like when your glory, when your fame is racing, she has to, when your glory is raising, she will just be behind you. She'll just simply follow you. But when sun is setting, when you are in difficult times, she will go ahead of you. So she reminds, see, you remember my father said all these things, so I want to come with you. And in fact, she says that when you go to the forest, I will walk ahead of you. There are a lot of thorns and pebbles. I will crush them into fine powder and I will pave a very smooth path for you and I will assist you. So she says all these things, and then he was not able to say no. Then he will accept for Mother Sita to come with him. Then he'll come outside, he will see Lakshman, he will talk to Lakshman, saying, you take care of the family. Then Lakshman will be saying, why are you saying this to me, brother? You remember, I cannot stay with you. Just like a fish leaves the body when the fish is taken away from water, when the fish leaves the fish dies. Similarly, I cannot stay without you. The minute you say, Lakshman, you don't come with me, I'm going to leave my body. Then he reminds Lord Ram, saying, remember when we went to Kaushalya's palace now, you said, please bless us. You included me. Then I was thinking, I'm coming with you. Then when you are telling to Mother Sita, then also you are mentioning to her about take care of mother, take care of father, take care of Bharat, take care of Shatrughna. You didn't tell my name. So he says, I will come with you. Then he will approach Mother Sita. He will take shelter of Mother Sita. He will ask Mother Sita to recommend on his behalf. Then he will come and surrender to Lord Ram. Then Lord Ram accepts Lakshman to come with him. So he is also taking the shelter of Mother Sita to approach Sri Ram. So then we know how they go to the forest. They were staying there, and one day, who came? Surpanaka. Surpanaka, in fact, the story of Surpanaka shortly is she was coming to search for food and she smells humans. Then when she comes there, she sees Ram. Her desire from the stomach moves, like it goes, she becomes lusty. Seeing Ram, she wants to get married to Ramachandra. Then she will approach him, she will say her desire. Then Lord Ram will, in a nice way, he will say like he's married and he cannot marry her. He will ask her to approach Lakshmana. Then she goes to Lakshman. Then Lakshman will say, maybe my brother will accept now. You go to him. Then they'll be playing with her like that. Then she gets so infuriated, that she gets so angry, and what she does, she tries to harm Mother Sita. For Krishna, devotees are like limbs in his body. So Mother Sita is his body part. That is the reason Acharyas explain that like Lakshman cuts the parts of Surpanaka without killing her. And the other reason was explained that because Mother Sita's presence is there, because of her motherly nature, she cannot take all this killing business. She doesn't like all these things, so she was just punished instead of being killed. And actually, Surpanaka was the wife of a Rakshasa, Drishta Buddhi. So what happens is, like if you see the hierarchy, before Ravan gets the throne, he actually gets the throne from Drishta Buddhi, Surpanaka's husband. But eventually Ravana will kill Drishta Buddhi, and then that's why she's very revengeful. In fact, actually, she's very revengeful, that that she wants to take a revenge on Ravana for killing her husband, but she's not finding a proper person who can kill him. Then when she sees Lord Ram single-handedly killing Karadushan single-handedly, then she thinks, oh, he's a person with a lot of power, a lot of strength. So she thinks that he'll be the right person to kill Ravan. So in fact, she has a very selfish desire when she goes to Ravan. She goes to Ravan and she'll be like screaming at him. She'll be like, you became so lusty. You are not taking care of your citizens. You're just busy in sense gratification. And Ravan gets like she gets so angry. Like, what do you want now? Who did this to you? And she explains how Ram and Lakshman humiliated her. And now she knows which button to press. She triggered the lust in Ravana. She started explaining about Sita's beauty, and she was telling how beautiful she is, and she was like, you know what? I went to them to bring Sita for you. She cooked her own story. She said, I went to bring for you, but see what they did to you. Sita will be correct match for you. She has to be with you. Then Ravan, though he has 10 brains, he has 10 heads, but his intelligence is 0. He doesn't have any intelligence. So he fell in the trap of, Surpanaka, and then he decides to send Marichi. Now, if we see Surpanaka here, these days, if we see all this advertisement industry, the movie industry, all these things, they come with a selfish motto. But what they're trying to do, they're triggering lust, they're triggering all the bad feelings in the humans, and they're making a lot of money, but there's a lot of lust. That's the reason why a lot of problems these days because of the selfish motto in the society. Then we know how Ravan goes to Marichi, and Marichi warns him. He was getting warning, but he was so much in lust that he was not able to listen to any of them. Then Marichi goes as a golden deer, but he chose to serve Ravan and die in the hands of Lord Ram. But it is always better to serve the Lord, and die in the hands of Rakshasas. But Marichi chose that way. And then we all know how Mother Sita, she was plucking flowers, and she was plucking flowers, and she sees this golden deer, and she gets so attracted, and she calls Ram, and Ram, like she says deer as Abhira. She says Ram, like, she's more beautiful than you, the deer. Can you please bring the deer for me? And Ram couldn't say a no. He will be ready to go and bring the deer. But Lakshman, who is observing, he was telling that this looks like a Rakshasa's plan, because none of the animals are going towards this deer. When the deer is coming, all the animals are going away, the birds are flying. So there should be something. There should be some reason. Then he will ask Lord Ramachandra not to go, but Ram gets so obliged, and then he goes. He runs behind the deer, and we all know how Marichi then shouts the names of Sita and Lakshman, and then Mother Sita gets very worried, and she wanted Lakshman to go. Now here the Acharyas explain, like, Sita, she just for the few minutes, she got attracted to the deer. She said she's more beautiful than you, Ram. So the deer here is considered as illusion. Now we are also surrounded with a lot of illusions now, a lot of Maya around us. So Sita, because she's so attracted to Maya, she got carried away. And Ravan comes and traps her. Ravan comes and takes her away from Lord Shri Ram. So Mother Sita is showing by her own example, not that she's really attracted or she's deviated from Lord Ram, but she's showing her by her own example how by attracting to illusions of Ram, we get separated and Maya takes us away. And in fact, there's one more internal reason. That's the external reason. And there's one more internal reason. As she said in the beginning of our discussion, she said, I'll go ahead of you and make your path smooth and assist you in your mission. That's what she said. So that's why she goes ahead of Ram. She goes to Ravan, and out of her motherly affection, she was thinking she wanted to change Ravan. Actually, she's so motherly, so kind that she wants to go. In fact, she preaches to Ravan many a time. She tells to him, like, you come from a very nice dynasty. She reminds him, and she's always asking him, my husband is very nice. Maybe you're thinking like if you go to surrender, he might kill you. No, he's very nice. You please go surrender to him. She was time and again she was reminding she was reminding Ravana, but Ravana made a bad choice. He was so much in lust that he was not ready to listen to anybody. And finally, what happened? Ram has to come. Ram has to come, and actually, if you take Surpanaka wanted to enjoy the Lord. She wanted to enjoy Lord without his energies, and Ravan wanted to enjoy his energies without the Lord. For the devotees, for Sita, who is the life? Lord Ram is the life. So he wanted to kill the life of Mother Sita. That is why his life is also taken away. That is how the acharyas explain. Then now, if we consider the pastime here, now Mother Sita is so motherly that when Ravan comes to abduct her when she was flying, when who comes? Jatayu comes to help her. Then she's so, generally when we are in that kind of urgency, when something bad is happening to us, what will we do? We look for help, like who comes and helps us, who comes and helps us. But Mother Sita, instead of thinking about that, she was thinking Jatayu is very old. Now if he comes and fights with Ravan, Ravan might kill him. So she was telling me, Jatayu, don't come, please go. You don't come here, you go, Ravan will kill you. She was telling him not to come. That's how motherly and how compassionate she is. She doesn't think about herself. She is very much into that motherly nature, lot of sacrifice. She wants to take the pain, but she doesn't want her children to get the pain. So then she goes there. Now she's in the Ashok Vatika. In fact, when Ravana was taking her to his favorite Ashok one, before even that, he tries to allure her. He tries to show his palace, and he tries to tempt her by showing his prowess, and he will be explaining how all kinds of things. He's always coming and telling her all in all possible ways. He's trying to attract her, to allure her, but not even a minute her she was deviated. She was always faithfully, loyally waiting for Lord Sri Ramachandra to come. Not a second she was deviated. Here, now when Mother Sita was in the forest in Ashokavan, who was her company? Whom did she have? In practically, when she left the palace in Ayodhya, she was actually alone in a way. She just had her husband. She's away from the family. She just had her husband and Lakshman. But now she doesn't even have them. Whom does she have? Whom does she have? She has only her devotion. She had only her devotion with her, who was giving her company. Her devotion was in separation. Now the separation, if we consider it as wind, her devotion as fire. When the devotion of fire is very small, when the wind comes, what happens? It goes away. But when the fire is so much, generally I heard from a firefighter saying that when they go to extinguish the fire, the main thing they worry about is the wind. Because when the fire is so huge and the wind blows, what happens? The fire keeps traveling very fast. It goes very fast. They don't want wind to come. So when the devotional fire is so high, then what happens when the wind of separation comes? We go much more closer and we walk much faster towards Ram, towards the Lord. So that is what is happening to Mother Sita. That's her devotion. She was very chaste, very loyal, not deviating from Lord Ramachandra for a minute. And then we know how Lord Ram comes and how he wins the battle. Then Hanuman is sent to Mother Sita to inform that he won the battle. Then Hanuman comes, he informs, and what happens? Mother Sita actually, she's very shocked, like she's very stunned and she's very shocked. Not shocked, she's actually, when we are happy, we get the sun. Then she's not expressive. Then Hanuman asks, Mother Sita, are you not happy? What happened? Why are you not being so expressive? Then she says, no, I'm like so stunned by hearing this news that in my ecstasy, I'm not able to talk. Now I'm so happy. I want to give you something. But what can I give for you? I don't have anything. She'll be talking like that. Then what happens? Hanuman says, Mother Sita, if you want to give me something, I ask for this. Let me kill all these demonesses. Let me crush them. Let me make them into a pulp. Let me do all. He'll be talking like that. Then Mother Sita, she gets so angry. She's like, how can you even do like that? You are a monkey and you are staying with Ram since many months and you didn't change. And she narrates a beautiful story to him. She says once there was a hunter who was in the forest, but somehow he gets chased by a tiger, and not knowing where to go, he climbs a tree. Then there's a bear on top of a tree. Then there's a bear on top of the tree, and if he comes down, there's tiger. But the bear was so nice. The bear gives shelter, but the tiger tries to always convince the bear to push this human down. He says, push. We both are animals. You have to, push. But the bear doesn't push. He'll say, he took my shelter, so I don't want to do that. Then when the bear and the hunter, when they were sleeping, what happens? The tiger asks the hunter, you push the bear. If I eat the bear, my hunger is satisfied and I will go without killing you. Now, without any gratitude, what this hunter does, he pushes the bear down. Then the bear somehow catch hold of a branch and the bear will not be able to fall down. Now the tiger says, see, you give shelter to this human and he's not at all good. He's so bad that he pushes you. So push him down. Let me kill him. But the bear says, just because he did a mistake, I cannot, come out of my virtues and I cannot harm him. I cannot do the same what he did. So Mother Sita explains this and she says that if a bear is having a lot of virtues, what you talked about? Human. So I cannot do that. I cannot let you punish these demons because they just did their duty. They listened to their master. In fact, the demonists who were with Mother Sita were so ferocious. They have just one eye, one ear, very scary. But Mother Sita was again very compassionate, very kind. Generally, if we surrender to Lord Krishna, Lord Sri Ram, then only they give us that surrender. But Mother Sita, she's just around us. She's just around. There's no need to approach her. There's no need to ask for her. She just gives. She's so kind. Then, if you see Mother Sita, she's stuck in an island. Lanka is an island surrounded by water. Similarly, we are also surrounded in the material ocean. We are also surrounded around the samsara sagara. So when she was waiting there, Ravan was trying to give her a lot of temptations. So much temptations. Just like we are in this material ocean, and every day, every minute, every second, there are a lot of desires and lot of temptations around us. Lot of temptations tempting us. But Sita was never deviated and she was always saying a big no to the deviation. She was always patiently waiting till Ram comes and breaking the body of Lanka. So before that, before even Ram came, who came? Hanuman came. Hanuman came as a messenger. So even in our lives, now Hanuman is considered a spiritual master. He came and he said, Ram is on the other side. So now our spiritual master is coming and telling, this is not the world. There's other world. There's a spiritual world. There's Krishna staying there. That is our place. He'll come if you do this, if you do this. He's telling us a process. He's giving us a guarantee. Then when we follow, just like Hanuman comes with a ring and then Sita gives her jewel. So there's an exchange. So we also have an exchange of vows with our spiritual master, saying we follow the 4 regulative principles, we have some vows. And when we exchange, when we do this, when we are so sincerely serving our spiritual master, when we are so loyal, when we are so chaste to the words of our spiritual master, then Krishna, then Lord Ram comes just like he broke the body of Lanka. He's going to break even this material existence body and he's going to take us back to his abode. But all we need is to be very loyal and very chaste. Just like Mother Sita was very much faithful. And there's one more thing which I would like to say here in this context. When Mother Sita's gratitude, I want to say about that. When Mother Sita was going, when Mother Sita and Ram, they all took the Pushpak Viman from Vibhishan and they went to Ayodhya. And when the coronation of Ram and Sita was happening, Mother Sita sees something red in color. And then she starts crying, sitting on the throne. Then Ram asks, why are you crying? This is a happy moment for us. What is making you cry? Then Mother Sita says, when Jatayu was fighting with Ravan, when his wings were cut off, the blood just, it just spilled everywhere, just like drops. So when I see this red color, like I got reminded of that, and she starts crying. See the gratitude. In fact, in one way, Jatayu was not even successful in saving her, but for the little thing, for his effort, Mother Sita just remembered. She never forgot him. So that's how kind she is. And yesterday, and one more thing, I wanted to say was Ravan. See, Ravan was getting so many instructions from so many people. Vibhishan was telling, Marichi was telling, Mother Sita was telling, his own wife was telling. Everybody was telling, but he was not ready to listen. He was not at all ready to open up. His desire was so disproportionate. Like when we are all born, initially there's just one cell. And from the cell, they multiply, and then we grow like a small baby. From child, adulthood, we become old. So because when the growth happens proportionate, the product is very good. But the same growth, cancer is also a growth. Cancer is a growth. But what happens? It happens in a disproportionate way. And what happens? It kills the body. Similarly, when the desires, like Ravan's desires were like, it's just like very disproportionate like the cancer. His desires were not proportionate. That's why he had to be killed. So we have to always check our desires. We have to always be very mindful about what desires to feed. Because every day the desires keep coming, every second they keep coming. So, and yesterday was Mother's Day. These days, Mother's Day, Father's Day, for cancer there is a day, for sister, for brother, there's everything a day. They're celebrating. In general, they celebrate it as a day to show love, as a day to show our gratitude. So Mother's Day, every day, like yesterday, I see many posted on Facebook, WhatsApp, status messages. There were, greeting cards. My son got some card from school, saying like thank you. He was saying a thank you to me. He was appreciating me. So now, what to talk about is this Supreme Mother who took all the pain, just to teach us. How much should we glorify her? So yesterday when I was sitting and thinking, I just got this thought, how much should we glorify this mother? In fact, now I'm getting reminded of one small girl in Detroit, Michigan, in the temple. She was asking her mother, "You are my mother. How is Radharani my mother?" Then her mother said, "Radharani is my mother too." Then the small little girl was telling, "Then Radharani is my grandmother. How can she become my mother?" Then this mother got confused and she took the girl to a senior brahmachari. And that Prabhuji said in a very simple and like very convincing. He said, "So this body, what we have, it comes from the parents. When they unite, this body is given by our parents. So when we die, the body is here. The body is comprised of 5 elements. And when we die, the body go and merges with the 5 elements. It's burnt, or they just put us, the Christians, they do it in a different way. But it is getting merged with the Panchabhutas. Then what is that which is not dying? The soul. So who is the father of soul? Krishna. And who is this eternal conflict? Radharani. So that's how she is our mother. It's something which I really, liked, a very good way to say to the children. So now, when we see a child's birth, a child is not born with an instruction manual. They don't have any manual. All they have is mother. So the mother is the one who shows father. Mother is the one initially she says he's a father. This is the family, and mother is the one who gives instructions. A true mother is a mother who can give proper instructions to the child to behave properly, to take good decisions for the betterment of his life. So now here is our Supreme Mother, Srimati Sita Devi, giving us instructions through her own examples, taking all the pain to teach us. She's teaching us how to sacrifice for higher purpose. She's teaching us compassion. She's teaching us kindness. She's teaching us gratitude. She's teaching us chastity. She's teaching us loyalty. She's teaching us everything. She's teaching us everything. And with her own example, like she never questioned Ram for anything. She was doing everything happily. She never protested against him for whatever decisions he took. These days, they consider Sita as very passive. The younger generation, they say they're very passive. They say, oh, Mother Sita, she just accepts whatever comes on her way. She's not for us to take as an ideal. We cannot achieve anything in our life. So they talk like that. But strengths are different types. Strength is not to protest. If you just protest for your rights, that is not just the only strength. There are many strengths. To understand the mood of your husband is a greater strength. To sacrifice for a higher cause is a greater strength. To behave in such a way where the family is in unity is a great strength. In fact, that needs more strength, more courage. And to accept reversals in our life and to behave with dignity needs a lot of strength. So all these things Mother Sita was showing. So Sita is very idealistic in many, many, many ways. And to conclude, I want to say one small thing, one last thing. That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he's going to take sannyas, he says to Mother Vishnupriya, he says that there are only two realities in this world. One is holy name and the second one is Vaishnava. Rest all is illusion and temporary, he says to her before he is leaving. So if when I contemplate on this, I will be the right person for you all to tell right now about this, because when I was diagnosed with cancer, I was just 31. And I was approaching my 32nd birthday, and we were just planning. My husband was planning to buy a car of my favorite color. He was just like my Guru Maharaj. He always tells one very nice story of where what he saw when he was in the Himalayas, sitting on the Ganges, the hawk coming and taking the fish underneath the from the water on the top, the fish floating on the top of water. So just like that, I was also going like every day to day, my things I'm doing. I'm just swimming like the fish was swimming. Then suddenly I got a news of my cancer, and I was just 31 when I was crying. I was scared of death. I was crying to everybody. I was asking, why this is happening to me? Why I have to go through all these things? Then the real thing which helped me was not my money, was not all the things I have around me. My money was there, my family was there, but I was still crying. I needed something to bring the strength and to face it. And who really helped me was these two realities, the Vaishnavas and the Holy Names. Now, whenever I go to see the doctor, every test I go, I'm so anxious. I'm very scared. I just cry. My husband also can come only to one point. They stop him. He cannot come inside for every test. And I have an anxiety. The tears just come down. I'm crying. But when I just close my eyes and I say, oh, Krishna, only you are there with me. You're coming with me, and I chant His holy name, then Krishna is there in His holy name. His presence, I feel His presence. And the devotees were so kind. I can never pay back. The only devotees gave me the strength, their love, their prayers, their guidance. I'm able to talk to all of you today. Only with all these things, I am able to sit here and just talk. Otherwise, I would have been so depressed. I don't know where I would have sailed and where I would have ended. So I sincerely seek all of your blessings that I should show the same chastity, same loyalty, same faithfulness what Mother Sita has shown, so that one day when death hits all of us, my mentor always would say in his lectures, like, time is running out. A second goes in our life, we are just approaching death. That time I didn't take it seriously. I was thinking it comes only when I am old. But now it makes really sense. So we never know when that day comes. So, but if we are very faithful, we are very loyal, just like he broke the body of Lanka, he's going to break and take us all back. So I would like to end here. Thank you all so much.
Hare Krishna, Padmasakhi Mataji. What a beautiful, beautiful session. You are so full of realizations, and when you speak, we feel instant connection. It was so beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you. The last 5-10 minutes with your realizations, I think you just melted everyone's heart. Thank you so much, Padmasakhi Mataji, for this very wonderful session. And we are so happy that your first talk was on Bhakti Sangha. So it's an honor for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. You only encouraged all those.
And it was so nice that it was about the glories of Srimati Sita Devi. What a better blessing, right? Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for giving us a very beautiful mid-morning session. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Go ahead, Parashara Lakshmi Mataji, please.
I'm sorry, Vinay Mataji. Hare Krishna, Padmasakhi Mataji, all glories to Prabhupada. And, I just want to say thank you for your courage. It's quite, gives us a lot of, I guess for me, puts a lot of things in perspective. And gratitude, and as you said, gratitude for the association of the Vaishnavas, because without them, where would we be? And thank you so much for your wonderful class. I have one correction. Please excuse me. One thing is, I just want to clarify, the demon's name is Maricha, not I know Marichi is the Rishi and Maricha is the Rakshasa. So just one correction. Please excuse me for that.
No, thank you, Mataji. Thank you for taking. Maybe while pronouncing, I didn't even realize I was pronouncing that.
So I just want to say, like I said, thank you for your courage and thank you for your realization. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Padmasakhi Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Such a beautiful session. Such a beautiful session. You covered everything, how to be in Krishna consciousness, how to approach a spiritual master, how to follow the instructions, and with the beautiful stories, everything, Mataji. Total philosophy of Krishna consciousness you have put in the story of Mother Sita, and you are given such a beautiful. And at the last, your realization about your health, it was made me cry almost. I always pray for your health, Mataji, and we need more classes like this. I'm so happy to hear your class today, Mataji. Hari Bol.
Thank you, Vinay Mataji. It was all your inspiration.
Thank you, Mataji. Is there anybody having any realizations, any questions?
Hare Krishna, Padmasakhi Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. Mataji, I know you have so many realizations in this situation, but finally Krishna wanted us to share from it. Means we also realize same way, by seeing you, I can understand. When I was with you, I could feel, and I was sharing with my family also. Means not easy, but you did at the mercy of the devotee. And
That's
then
why you're the first devotee to show mercy.
No. All the devotees there, Mataji, to share. Thank you, Mataji, for sharing your very, very special realization and very nice story about Sita Devi also. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Padmasakhi Mataji. Very nicely
you have given us the Sita Devi's characteristic and her qualities and everything. Very nice. Thank you very much. And also, you also have courage and you're going on with fighting with the material nation. You're going to win. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji.
Is there anybody having any questions for Mataji? I once again thank Padmasakhi Mataji for such a beautiful session. And please, I look forward for your assessment.
There is also a comment from Supriya that says, thanks Padmasakhi Mataji, what a very beautiful class and very nice realizations.
Thank you, Supriya Mataji, for your message. And
Mataji?
okay. Yeah, if there are no more questions and realizations, and then let's thank Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji, for such a beautiful session. I really, really enjoyed the session and very beautiful way you narrated. I'm looking forward for your association more, Mataji. I would like to offer my obeisances to you and all the Vaishnavas. Vancha kalpatarobhyasya kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय. नामाचार्य शीला हरिदास ठाकुर की जय. शीला प्रभुपाद की जय. हर ग्रेस पद्मसखी माता जी की जय.
This session is no longer being recorded.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Padmasakhi Mataji. Very nice class. Very beautiful class.
Goodbye.